Welcome to my underground cinema. Now, when I bought my house 6 months ago, it was always my dream to turn this garden into the ultimate underground cinema with a viewing window into a huge pond. And over the last 6 months, I have given absolutely everything to make that dream happen. And to be honest with you, everything was going perfect. The garden was looking insane. Until this happened. Now, as you can imagine, I was absolutely gutted, and I actually tried to fix it, and I thought I did, but unfortunately, it flooded again, and again, and again. Now, unfortunately, millions of homes across the UK are also at risk, so I'm going to find out why. Now, most people don't realise this, but your home is actually made up of two different drainage systems. Let me explain. Now, let's picture your house. If we was to strip away the front of it, you will notice that all your pipework from your toilet, sinks, showers, etc., all go down into the same system, which is called the foul drain. And all the lovely juicy water from this system goes into what's called a treatment plant, where it's recycled back into the good stuff. Then you've got Mother Nature's liquid of the sky, rain, which falls on your property, down your gutters, and this goes into either a soak away or a storm drain. Now, the problem in my case and tens of thousands of people across the UK is these systems have been incorrectly installed. And in most of them cases, including mine, it's the storm drain that's been wired in to the sewer, which, as you can imagine, completely overwhelms that system. So in this video, I need to prove that them two separate systems are combined into one, which is causing all of my problems. But first, we need to drain the swamp. Now, as you can see, the drains right now are not flooded, and that is because it's not raining. Let me explain. Here's what we know. There is a main sewer running directly through all of these houses. Now, any research that I've done indicate that there should be 4 to 12 properties on one 6-inch pipe. And in just this little section alone, we have got over 33 houses, and that doesn't even count what's on the other side of the pipes, which is not ideal because we know that somewhere there is a storm drain connected to this sewer pipe. We just need to prove it. Now, as you can imagine, that is a huge problem. So what I'm going to do right now is try and inspect as many drains as I possibly can, because unfortunately, it's not just me in this situation. All of these gardens flood. So if I can fix a problem, it solves it for everyone. Now, with my mission set, it was time to find the culprit, the grid, the one that was causing the problem. A lot easier than it seemed. There was a lot of grids, but they wasn't the right ones. But it didn't actually take us long before we found the first culprit. However, I didn't have the right tools. Let's try that again. Let's lift this grid and see what is hidden underneath. Oh, wow. Wow, look at that. Now we've exposed this grid, we need to see what's going on my end.
So we're going to do a test from, well, he's up the road and I'm here, just to see if the ink comes through. So I guess it's just a waiting game now.
Now, Tina's telling me that she doesn't reckon that it's come through. So it's time to put this one back and do a little bit more inspecting. Right, so that comes over here. While I nipped off to see if I could see any other inspection chambers, something magical started to happen. You can see the water started to look green, and Tina was excited.
Oh wait, yes.
Hello?
It's green.
Is it? We found it then.
So can I go inside now?
Yeah, you've done great, thank you.
It's green.
Thank you.
We found the problem.
Hey, all it took is a little bit of inspecting and we found the problem. Well, kind of. Right, there we go, boy. That's not a waste, that's rain. Now, my main goal here is to keep chasing these manhole covers until we find the source of the problem. Let's have a little walk down. So you've seen how much that was flowing when we first opened that inspection chamber, which tells you there was a lot of kind of built up moisture, but we need to see what the inlet pipe for that is. But now we've figured that out, we're one step closer. Like it's been off for a long time though. Now look, I would strongly recommend that you do not lift public assets. So that's got 2 inlets. I know sometimes it gets super stressful, but honestly, just leave it down to your local water board. 2-man job this. 1-man job. Now I'm not alone in this. In 2024, there was over 7,000 cases reported in the northwest alone, and across England it was tens of thousands. So where do I go from here? Well, essentially all the drains that we have inspected this morning, we need physical proof that we can present to United Utilities to show them that the road is connected to that sewer, which isn't ideal. So I'm going to need some help for that. So I'll see you in 3, 2. This is Adam, the Unblock King. How you doing, pal?
I'm very good, how are you?
I'm very excited for today because today we're going to find out the actual root cause of our problem. And we knew exactly where to start. Better than what I did yesterday. Lift with your back, not your legs. So that is the culprit. So essentially what we need to do now is try and find out where that goes. So Adam set off on his mission to find the source of our problem. And it was at this very moment that these mystery men that may or may not work for the council told me that they think that it's possible that that flow comes from the local skip. Now, if this is true, this is going to be a bigger problem than we initially thought. The only way we're going to find that out is by sticking Adam's camera down that pipe and figuring out the true source of this water flow. Now, we've just had some information from a mystery person that may or may not be in a position to give us that information. Now, this main sewer on his report is just a straight pipe. Nothing is connected to it. I would love to show you, but I don't want to get the guy in trouble. But essentially now we know that that system over there is meant to be connected across the road into another system. But for whatever reason, I'm sure there was a reason at the time, that's been disconnected and it's been reconnected into here, which has caused problems. Now, what he did say is him and his colleagues worked on this project around 10 years ago, coincidentally, when the flooding started to happen in that area. So if we can line all these dots up, we have got the clear smoking gun to present to United Utilities. Utilities. Now something amazing happened. United Utilities themselves turned up to help us try and find this problem. This is how I know they have got our best interest at heart. Now, did I think 6 months ago when we bought the house, I would be trailing the streets trying to find a solution to a massive problem of the garden flooding every time it rains? Well, no, but it's not going to stop us trying to complete the garden of our dreams. And yes, I must admit the progress has been extremely slow. I was hoping to have my whole garden done by now, but realistically with the issues that we've had, we're going to have to change my plan slightly, which I will explain at the end of the video. Because right now, we had a breakthrough. Oh, we found it!
Oh, yeah.
We found the pot of gold, mate. Yeah, so this chamber's right in the bush, so you couldn't see it yesterday, but I've walked in the bush and found it. We have found our third inspection chamber. It's hidden in a bit of a bush area. That's why we couldn't find it yesterday. Now, we don't know if that connection over there is a legal or illegal connection, but I now understand what's happened. All the surface water from the skip gets soaked into this drain when it's raining, and that is attached to the foul line that is in my garden. Now, under normal circumstances, that would just not be allowed. However, when all the water, surface water from the skip comes into this system, it has like a bit of a mildew, and you don't want to put that into a normal soakaway or like a surface water drain because it'll have a horrible mildew. So that is why they probably connected it to the foul. However, no one, as far as I'm aware as of yet, knew about that connection. And since that connection, there's just been flooding after flooding after flooding. So right now, we don't know if this is the actual source of the problem, but we do know it will be adding to it. So we're going to do a little bit more digging now and see if this is the actual culprit. So to do that, we needed water, and thankfully my mate Adam had us covered. Oh, look at this, boy! Look at that! It's a bit of kit, this, isn't it? Now you're probably thinking, because I was thinking the same thing, where's he from and where does he cover? Warrington, essentially, innit, Adam?
Yeah, Warrington.
Warrington.
I go as far north as Preston.
Preston.
As far down as Stoke.
As far down as Stoke.
Liverpool, Manchester.
That's a big group of area. So if you are needing your if you are needing your drains looked at, I will put his details down below. But all this because someone decided to plug in all the water from this into my house. Crazy, isn't it? Hey, drains has come on. It's not just a guy in a rod anymore, is it? Now the plan here was essentially to pump water from near the skip and see if it floods out near my house. So the plan of attack now is to pour water down here. We can already identify that this is from the skip, but we're going to pour water down there just to make sure it is all connected, because you need proof. If you're going to bake a cake, you need the ingredients. And just like that, we have found it. So we've now figured out that all these drains are connected towards the skip. We're going to do one final check. We're going to do a pour on the grid on the road and see if it's connected. I thought it initially was, but I don't think it is anymore. I think most of our bulk of our problem has come from the skip area. Reason being is, yesterday when we first lifted that grid off, it was flooding with water and then it was gone a couple of minutes later. Now there's a pump over in there in the skip, so when the level gets a certain height in the skip, it'll pump it down, which pumps it into this system. And I think that's what was kind of the problem we was having, because sometimes when it rains it doesn't flood and sometimes it does, which it's too inconsistent. So there's one more final check and then we should know our answer. So Adam got the camera out one more time just to do his final checks. The lads from United Utilities carried on inspecting further down the line, but we were super happy with the evidence that we had gathered. Which brings me back to here, the garden. Now I know many of you, just like me, was super excited about the underground cinema. Believe me, nobody wants it more than me. Now the reality is, if I were to build this underground cinema, not only is it dangerous, it's actually irresponsible, because I want members of the public, you guys, to come and see this garden, and if anything was to happen, like the water was to burst in or anything like that, I wouldn't want to put anybody's life in danger. Now before I show you the new plan, there's a couple of people that I want to thank. Steve from United Utilities and Matt for coming down and helping us yesterday, along with Adam. Without him, we wouldn't have been able to scan all of them drains. Massive shout out to that lad. His details will be in the description below. But the big question is, what are we going to do with this giant hole? Well, me and Sadiq have been chatting. I will put Sadiq's email in the description below if you want to get your garden designed by him, hit him up. But it's now time to show you the new plan. YouTube is now telling you to watch this video next. Go and watch it or you're going to get bad luck. See you in a bit. Ah, my ankle.